Hi, welcome back to the channel. I've decided to become a myth hunter for the summer ever since I found out about the myth community. So right now I'm going to see which door I'm going to choose. I'm playing this new game called Ascended. It recently came out this year and now I have to figure out which door to choose. By the way, I'm doing a voiceover, so I'm doing Eeny, Miny, Moe right now. So I chose this door. Seriously, I'll never understand how people make these games so relaxing yet so, I don't know, antagonizing? No, I know I'm not using the same words, but right now I'm trying to figure out. You see, I thought there would be something here, because, I may be able to reach it by jumping, but it just was a statue that looks kind of like lipstick when I look at it right now. I'm gonna say it right now, I know my IQ isn't that high, so that's why it kind of took me a while on this, but I'm willing to try this to see if I can get a lot smarter. And because of that decision, I did this. Thankfully, I spawned back and went back to the room. Seriously, someone make a soundtrack out of this music. I could sleep with this music. Please, I'm begging you. Please. Finally, after a big confusion, I found a button, and I pressed it. I heard a noise and I walked to it, and oh wow, I actually unlocked something. I don't know what this means, but don't worry, we will find out. Alright, so I did decipher it. It was a Caesar cipher, pretty easy. That's what I said on the Roblox. And it actually translates to, do not be afraid. Our fate cannot be taken from us. It is a gift. And this could mean multiple things. This could be something genetic, or it could be something that leads to scientific terms. I don't know, man. I really just don't know. I'm just kind of guessing here. Either way, back to this game. So I tried to see if there was any more secrets I could find, anything else, but I was kind of just confused because I was just throwing a Caesar cipher and I hadn't decoded yet. And I was thinking of trying it again. I think you can tell what I did. Either way, I respawned and I decided I'm gonna choose the door next to me to continue with, because I had no idea what to do with that room. So I did what I would always do. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. It led me to a colorful door, which looks really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, this music was a bop. I immediately became a hound dog looking for food, and I found some blue circle. It's one of those things that goes on the stick. I'm not sure. I forget all the toys I played with as a baby. But either way, I was admiring the fan art that they had on the floor. And I saw this and I was like, let me pick it up. I thought I already picked it up. I thought I was picking it up more, but no. That just stays there. I looked around and I saw this thing. I remember playing with this as a kid. You put the things into shape. So I was like, oh, let me fill this out. Let me tell you. I think I spent at least the majority of this video working on this alone. So I'm gonna speed it up for you. So I actually spent like 3 whole minutes working on this alone, but it feels like a long time when I'm editing this, so yeah. And I for real thought I was cooking. I wasn't. I really wasn't. I don't know what I was thinking. Either way, I finally diverted my attention away from that. I decided to see there probably could be some other clues. And I was trying to look for more of the little rings. So I looked at that, looked around, see what I could find. I was really confused. I found this. I didn't know what it was at the time. I do know now. I found a ball pit and I was like, there has to be something in the ball pit. So I let out my inner child as I played with this ball pit aggressively. I continued to do this, and of course I felt an immense amount of glee doing this. I finally found there was a little circle in there. But either way, I had found 2 of the very circles I was trying to find. And I know you're yelling at me, because I also did see that yellow one. But I don't find it until much later. Either way, I thought there'd be more in the ball pit, so I decided to play with it aggressively yet again. I looked at the box, considering if I should try it again. I decided not to. But seriously, can we appreciate how much of a bop this song is? And then I looked at the door. I thought I had found something. So I went back to my precious, and I mean precious box. And I proceeded to try to put the color of the symbol into the box in the order it was on the door. I really thought I had caught on to something. Trust me, I wasn't. Either way, after a few attempts, I just gave up. I just gave up on it entirely. I don't want to look at this box again. So I decided to explore again and see what I had missed. I generally thought these little steps on the, whatever you call it, play thing, had something to do with the puzzle. It didn't, by the way. It didn't. Not trying to spoil it, but it didn't. Either way, I decided to finally appreciate the fan art until it clicked. Oh, how much I do love fan art. I immediately ran back to my box, the box that I had given up on, and I started to put in the code that the paper had. Of course, I'm not that good at memorizing, so I went back multiple times. And there it was, that beautiful green ring. I realized I had 4. Now, I didn't know how much there were in total at the time, so I kept looking and looking, wondering where the other rings would be. I decided to play with the balls meanwhile. And of course, me being paranoid, I generally thought the teddy bear had something to do with the entire puzzle. I looked around some more. At this point, I thought I had memorized the whole room. And I mean the whole room. Until I found the yellow ring at last. I was so happy and accomplished. I went to go assemble it. I had not realized that it indeed has 5 rings, not 4. I then proceeded to look around the room again. And again. I took really long, I'll tell you that. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. 6 whole minutes out of what was originally 13 spent on searching. I finally found it, and it felt like victory. I went over quickly to the thing and started assembling. The black thing in the back finally lit up. It was white, and there was a green button. I was really confused when I saw it because I was like, what is this? I did not just spend a whole 10 minutes just to get red lights. I pressed again and again, thinking it was a mistake. Until I tapped on the white thing. Then I realized it was a color thing. It had to be based off the circle thing I had just done. So I went back to see what colors. I didn't know which order they were, so I just went from the bottom, which would be close to the green button, and to the top. I felt so smart because I thought I had finally figured it out. When I got it wrong, I was so confused. I was like, how is it not that? Until I realized it was the other way around. I was practically crying tears of joy that I couldn't even press that button. Oh, what a glorious sound to hear. I actually did my first somewhat missed escape room. I don't know where to go after this. Then I realized I had to go back the way I came, through that colorful door. There it was, the ball I worked so gloriously for. But either way, that's going to be the end of this video. Join me for the next one.